What's up, Mugglug people? Hey, the end of the week. Exciting, right? Great stuff. It's weigh-in day. It's, day of eating. You want to see how I lost 60 pounds, how I went from looking like this guy over here to looking like this guy over here? Stick around and see how my day and my life is like. And see how easy it is for you to do the same thing. Get healthy. Stick around. Hey, good morning. My camera's doing something funky this morning. It's trying to wake up too. So it's 5:30. It's another great day. The end of a week. Weigh-in day. So we're gonna weigh ourselves today. Actually, I've already done that. We're gonna talk a little bit how the week went and some other really cool stuff. So hopefully you stick around. Let's talk about it. How are we doing? Are we making progress or not? So this week was a week where we cut down on our dairy. Trying to cut down on some of the cheeses that I'm using, and see how that goes. And so I think it's a good week. The weather here is starting to get a little bit warmer, so I'm actually getting out and doing some walks. So maybe at lunchtime, if it's not too windy, it has been pretty windy, and that's the only bad thing is that usually we get nice weather like this. Now, usually there's a pretty strong wind with it, so we'll see. And we'll go from there and see how the day goes. If you want to stick around, and like I said, we'll be going through. I'll show you my weight. We'll go through a chart and show you my progress, and then we'll talk a little bit about macros for the week and how did I do for the week and all that kind of cool stuff. And we may have some other stuff going on today, so stick around, hang out, and enjoy. I'd love to have you. Check out the channel. Show you down about 60 pounds, feeling pretty good. An older guy thinking about getting up there, and you want to be in shape as you retire in those golden years, so you can do a lot of great stuff. This is a great way to do it. I'll tell you. So, here, cheers. Alright, I'll come back in the next segment. We'll talk about what we're going to do for lunch. Alright, let's talk about lunch and my crazy hair. Wish I had more hair to be crazy with, but it is what it is. So this, and I know it doesn't look very appetizing, but it's actually curry chicken, or chicken curry, kari. So it's really a coconut sauce with some mushrooms and a couple chicken thighs in there. That's what's in there. So once I heat it up, I'll show you later what it really looks like. It's actually really good. There is a recipe. I do have a website down below, so you can go down there and check out that website. I believe this recipe's on that website. So it's really a dish that they use in the Philippines. Really tasty. So if you've never had chicken like this, and this is the keto version of it, so we've taken all the bad stuff out of it. Alright, so, and then of course, I'm going to take my supplements. If you're interested in seeing what the supplements are, I'm going to change them up a little bit, but coming up, and then I do take a probiotic in the morning, just so you know. I'm going to take this one now. Oop. Now these do require to be refrigerated. And then of course my electrolyte drops that I put in my drinks. I'll tell you, this is really handy. This is really convenient, so I like doing this rather than carrying a bottle around or whatever. And it has really no taste, so I like that. So that's one of the reasons I like the Keto Chow electrolyte drop. So big fan of them. Do have a discount code down below if you're interested. I like Keto Chow stuff. I like their powders and stuff because I like to make the ice cream with it, and also make some other. They have great recipes on their website as well. But you can make some really great treats that are not too high in carbs. like I say, I take the make the ice cream, and so it's like 3 total carbs for a package of the keto chow ice cream, the way I make it anyway, and it's really, really good. So good option. But anyway, that's my lunch. Pretty simple, not a lot to it. Not bringing the yogurt right now because I'm not doing dairy this month. I'm going to do that for the whole month of April. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do dairy. I'm going to say I'm going to cut it down. So I'm going to cut about 70% of it out and see how it goes. So I'll get my fat in other ways through coconut creams and butters and whatever else, the fatty meats. The chicken thighs are really, really fat. That's why they're so, I think, so cool and so tender and some juicy, right? Anyway, that's my lunch. We'll go back in the next segment and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm heating it all up and ready to go. Hopefully you're getting good value out of it. So if you are, think about subscribing and hitting that bell icon down there, the thumbs up, and that subscribe button down here would be greatly appreciated. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you in the next segment. All right? All right, so this is the chicken curry. So I got to tell you, it's mostly the chicken thighs. It's mushrooms, some peppers, sweet peppers, coconut milk. There's some cumin in it. So it's actually pretty healthy, good stuff for you. So like I said, go ahead. Want a copy of the recipe. Look at the links down below and look at the website because you'll find them on that website. It's actually really good. I'm going to heat this up and show you what it looks like when it's heated up, and then we're going to eat it. Hey, out for my walk after lunch. Really, really windy day. I'll tell you, it's nice out. It's like 70 degrees out, but boy, the wind's blowing about 20 miles an hour, so you'll probably pick that up on the on this. I was just going to say I'm up by the strawberries. I'm going to show you a little bit. You can see the strawberries getting ready to be picked. Some not ready to be picked. So, but they're out here. They're out here working. They're out there picking. Your local grocery stores will see them soon. Get around here and talk a little bit while we're walking up the end of the street and walk back down. And so I walk for about 20 minutes, just kind of want to try to motivate. Hopefully, you get up and walk a little bit. You don't have to walk far. You can't walk, just do what you can do. You can take 10 steps today. That's great. Tomorrow take 11 steps, and then by next week you'll be taking 20 steps. And so start one step at a time. Walk to the mailbox and back, and the next day you walk to the mailbox and down the street a couple of steps or whatever. Just try to do a little bit. Try to get up moving. I got to tell you, when I was 60 pounds heavier, it was hard to move. Stairs, killers. You run out of breath by the time you went up the stairs, and it's just so much nicer to be able to actually walk and enjoy the outdoors and see and check the strawberries, what's going on, and just being out and about and just enjoying the sunshine, soaking up the vitamin D. So nicer weather's coming now, so it really is a good time to get out, get moving. Another thing too I'd want to talk about too, just real briefly about maybe looking at what you're eating,
I saw a lot of pictures and stuff lately, and I was kind of saying, boy, I'll tell you, it doesn't look like much food. And I think a lot of people are under eating. I hate to say that, it's kind of weird, right? But yeah, a lot of people are, I think, are under eating. So make sure you're eating enough to stay healthy and to keep your body full, keep those hormones going. You know, you don't have to limit your calories to lose weight. You can lose a little bit of weight, lose a little at a time, and you know, and that's one thing. A nice thing about doing this kind of a lifestyle is, even though I'm eating more than you would think I would be, and I generally either maintain or lose weight. So, depending on how I want to do it. So, but anyway, just thought I'd kind of mention. Like I said, I'm going to go for my walk about 20 minutes. Get some steps in. I'll see you guys in the next segment. Hang out and let me know how you're doing steps. Hey, and if you'd like to join a step challenge, there's an app called Stride Kick. Fitbit is no longer doing the step challenges, so if you want to, go down there and download that app, Stride Kick. Then look up AROBER9386 and look me up on Stride Kick, and we can set up some challenges, and we get some like-minded people together and help encourage each other to get moving and get things done. All right, I'll talk to you in the next segment.
You know, it seems like every week I'm getting something in the mail now, so this is pretty cool. I'm gonna open this up. I thought I'd show it to you. See, you might be interested, and it's. I think you're gonna find it's pretty good stuff. So let's open it up. So what we have is Drunken Chef seasoning. So this happens to be Drunken Chef jalapeno seasoning. This is Drunken Chef's, I guess, I don't know, SPG. Not sure what the SPG stands for. And this is Drunken Chef's habanero, I mean. So, hot spicy sauce seasoning mixes. And then this one is Summer Heat. So I guess this one is a combination of a couple of them. So thought I'd get them, try them, see what they are. Oh, and there he is. There's the man himself. So this is if you want, and there's this. He actually has a website. Plus, I think he has a YouTube channel as well. Oh, he does. So there you go. If you go over to his YouTube channel, tell him that you were over there because of me, please. So, but go over there and check him out. So we're gonna try some of these seasonings out. So there he is, Drunken Chef Barbecue. So he's a big barbecuing guy. So pretty cool. And he's got got stickers. Very cool. So it doesn't say what the flavors are. So it does not say, and I know I had the conversation with him about what's in them. And he says that they're all keto friendly. There's no sugar. There's no bad ingredients in them. So he says. So it's mostly salt and pepper, and then some seasoning from like the habaneros and stuff of that nature. So I couldn't tell you the carb count on them. I'd have to ask him about that stuff. So, but pretty cool. Can't wait to try them. So we're gonna do them on a rub, maybe. You know, we'll try a little bit. If you like something a little spicy or hot, or you know, different levels. Something to try out. Go over there and check out Drunken Chef's barbecue.com and check out his seasoning. All right.
All right, so today I am going to have a snack. So this is some keto chow, raspberry cheesecake ice cream. So that's what I'm going to have. Just a little taste. All right, here's my dinner. This is pork adobo. It's pork from pork belly. We bought some pork belly and had it cut up. We cut it into pieces. So kind of like bacon bites or pork belly bites or whatever you want to call them. But then we used a little bit of a keto adobo sauce. So time to eat. Kain tayo. All right, let's talk about a little bit how we did for the day, and then we'll talk about how we did for the week. All right, so I got some good stuff. I think some good stuff. So this week I did tighten things up a little bit. I cut back on the dairy and some of the cheeses and stuff like that. I'm trying to cut down on my snacking as well. So it was a little bit better week. So let's talk about it. So just to go through it, remember I had my coffee in the morning with the ghee and the coconut cream and the collagen, the Latana monk fruit drops, and the MTC oil in it. And then in the afternoon, I had that coconut keto chicken curry. And then for dinner, I had you actually saw it when I got home, I actually had the keto chow ice cream. Now, the keto chow ice cream, that's about a third of a serving. So it's about 3 carbs, somewhere in that area. I 3 to 4, so maybe a quarter of a serving realistically. So it's about 3 total carbs. And that's a pretty good little treat. And, and if you wanted all of it, you could eat it for a complete meal. And then we had pork belly adobo. So instead of using just pork or chicken, my wife used pork belly. So we went and bought some pork belly. That was really, really good. I love pork belly. It's a unique way of cooking it. I'm really liking it. That fat was just awesome. That was just awesome. That's all I could tell you. It's unbelievable. Really good. And then I had them riced cauliflower, Tom. So Tom Garvey over at Keto Cook always gets me because I say cauliflower riced. And it's riced cauliflower, right? So, and then we actually did eat some blueberries afterwards as well. Just a few. We had some left over from before, and they were going to go bad, and we didn't eat them, so we ate them. So I'm going to stand up here. I'll go through what my carbs were for the day, and I'm not sure why this was so low for the protein. I'm trying to figure that out. So, but anyway. So up here is my macros for the day. It says protein was 38, which is very low. And I don't quite understand it between the chicken thighs and the pork. I would have thought it would have been a lot higher, but I guess it's because it's pork belly. It's a lot of fat and no, maybe, I don't know. And then my fat was only 95, so it was pretty low. And you would think even with the keto chow and stuff because of the cream and everything in it, but that's what it is. And then my calories was only 1,090 out of 1,600. And I don't know why, because I'm really feeling full. And then my total carbs was 18 out of 20. My fiber was 6, and my net carbs was 12. So today was a pretty low day, but I think I ate pretty well. I don't know. I feel really full. I'm satiated. I'm full, right? So I guess for that's one of those words that just can't come out of my mouth. Anyway, so that's how I did for the day. Let's talk a little bit about how I did for the week. So this is my weigh-in up here. I'll show you my weigh-in. So my weigh-in was pretty good. I was at 184. So that means I was down
1.4 pounds this week over last week. So that was good. I was really happy with that. You know, it was good to see the scale go down. It kind of moved around a little bit. I'll show you my chart up here as well. I got the copy of the chart right here just to kind of show you. So hopefully this is a turnaround for me. I'm going to continue to do this the rest of April and see where it goes. Kind of control my snacking and everything else and eat nicely. So this is the trend chart, and I will put this up here. Try to put this. I remember to put this in here every week so that you can see where my progress is and how I'm doing, and you know whether it's working or not working. And if it's not working, and I get a couple weeks where it's not working, then I will make some changes, right? So to get it. This is just the way I do it. Again, the red line is my high side I want to be on. The green line is my goal to get to for the summer, and then the yellow is the limit. So I want to stay between that. I want to get to 175 and stay plus or minus 5 pounds, right? And I'm going to continue to track that every week, and that's how I know I need to do something. If I get down to 175 and I start going up to 180, I know I got to do something to keep it back down. Don't wait until I gain 30 pounds back and then say, oh man, now I got to go all the way back. I don't want to do that. It's too hard. It's too much work. I'd rather do it while I still can and before I get out of hand. And generally what happens is just carb creep or something like that. So so hopefully that doesn't happen, right? All right, now we're going to talk about how we did for the week. Up here is a chart for total carbs. And you're going to see that every day I was under my total carbs. So from Friday to Saturday, Sunday I was right about 20 total carbs, and that was the only day. Every other day I've been close to or even a little lower than total carbs. So really, really good. You know, so it was a good week, like I said. Usually I have a couple days over, especially on the weekends and stuff. This week was really good. We did really well. My wife and I did really well. Net carbs is here. You can see here that we were well below the 16. I think the highest one that we had was 14 net carbs. So if I was doing net carbs, the highest one was 14 net carbs. So again, it shows you it was a pretty good week. I'm kind of showing you too, if you're doing net carbs and you think you're doing 20 or 30 or 40, just be cautious, because of the fact if you do, you can eat a lot of stuff that's not necessarily good for you, or you can end up overeating. Now you got to be careful. I thought today, because of the low calories or whatever, I think I maybe underate, but then again, I'm going to eat until I'm full. I'm listening to my body. My body says I'm full. I'm done. I'm not going to eat anymore. So that's where I'm at. You know, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to say, so here's my protein up here for the week as well, just because Carb Manager does it and we got the time and we can do this. So you can see my protein was over most days or close to, with the exception of on Monday and today. And maybe yesterday was not the best either, but it was better than it was today or Wednesday or Monday. So for protein, I'm doing pretty good. Like I say, been trying to up my fat this week. So this is what my fat looks like here. So you can see that my fat's gone up a little bit. I actually went over on Saturdays and Sunday, which was good. And then I was pretty high on Tuesday. And then I was low yesterday. And so I got some work to do on it. You know, I want to bring my fat up and I want to work on it. So I will get there. I was almost at 100 today, so yeah, maybe I should have ate more of that pork adobo. So, huh? Yeah. So, but anyway, it was really, really good. So, it was a great day. So, hey, if you enjoyed this video, think about subscribing to the channel and hitting that little bell icon over here. I guess that would be great. That would really, really appreciate it. Hey, there is some discount links down below, so go down there and check out that discount link for Keto Chow, Kiss My Keto, and there's a few others down there. Go over there and check out Drunken Chef's Barbecue. Does some great barbecue cooking and stuff of that nature as well. So go down there and check all that stuff out. If you have any questions, you think I can help you in any way, shape, or form, there's an email down there. You can email me and I'll do what I can do. I can tell you what worked for me. I'm no doctor or nutritionist or nurse or anything else. I'm just me, just a weird guy on YouTube, right? And but I can tell you what worked for me and make some suggestions, and it'll be up to you to try them and see what you want to do, or whether it'll work for you, or whether it even worth working for you. Everybody's going to be different. Everything's going to work differently for everybody. So one thing that works for somebody is not going to work for you. So everybody's body's different. Everybody's eating habits are different. So, all right, you do have to do this to make it sustainable. You guys are awesome. I really, truly, truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And don't forget to go over there and watch this video over here to watch more great recipes and days of eating. And then we'll click on this Alan's Awesome logo over on this side so you don't miss any of this great content, because you guys are awesome.